And we're back. Okay, I can see that people are back. If you're here back from lunch, tell us in the comment section below. If you are with us before the lunch break, you will know that we had a huge lineup of speakers. They were amazing, and I can't wait for the next couple of speakers as well as the panel discussion later. So I've had my cheesecake, so I'm happy. I followed Wenda's advice and did something that made me happy, which is to eat the cheesecake in the fridge. So I'm very, very happy right now and very ready to start the next half of today's conference. For anybody that just came in, my name is Ray and I'll be your MC for the rest of today and tomorrow as well. Welcome to Spendless Academy Virtual Summit Day 1. This summit is honestly super cool because we have experts from all over the world and we're also streaming to you live in anywhere you are. And we have had people, I saw the comment section earlier in the morning, we have people from India, we have Singapore, we have Malaysia, so many people from all over the world. So if you're here, if you just came in, do tell us in the comment section below. I would love to see where you're from, okay? So just say hi and which country you're from. Great, so right now we have our next speaker coming up. And the topic for today is get unstuck in life. Okay, so the next speaker will be talking about how you can get unstuck in life. He is Masood Ali. He is a speaker and a trainer, and also the founder of Empowering All. His mission is to help individuals maximize their potential through motivational keynotes, customer service, and public speaking training. He's also the recipient of the Global Training and Leadership Award, Medal of 3 November Maldives, and National Award of Winning Formal TV Talk Show Host, and member of the Les Brown Maximum Achievement Team. So he has so much experience under his belt, and his passion is really to motivate and speak life into people. So today, Masood Ali will be telling us or sharing with us how we can get unstuck in life. So a virtual applause, please, for Masood.
Now, first of all, I would like to mention that my topic is get unstuck in life. So what is this being stuck? That's I think the first question we have to ask. Now, when you feel stuck in your career, whether or in life, you know that you get really frustrated, and it creates a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety as well. And you believe you have no way out, you cannot change your life, and you go in circles. And I'm sure some of the participants can resonate this. That happens to you, or maybe people you know, they want to do something in life that doesn't seem to be happening. And what happens ultimately is you settle for average, living an unfulfilled life and pushing away all your dreams and all your goals. And it's a sad place to be in. You will agree with me. It's a sad place to be in. You know, when you feel that you are stuck, when you believe that you are stuck, there's no way out. Especially I'm talking today about your career, but these ideas and the concepts that I'm sharing with you, you can always apply to other areas of your life as well. But here's the thing. Now, the ideas and the concepts that what I share with you today, some of the ideas may be new, some of the ideas may not be new. Just because they are not new, don't underestimate the impact of it, because sometimes you might have to hear over and over again to create an impact on something that you have heard many times in life. But some of the ideas may be, foreign to you, things that you don't believe as true. So when this happens, you know very well what happens to your mind. Your mind kicks in and it says, nah, don't believe it. Masood is not saying the right thing. So this is not what I believe. It won't work in my life. So my request to you is not just to believe what I say. That's not my request. It's up to you. But I have a humble request. My humble request is don't reject it. Just entertain. Consider the information with an open mind and see what happens to your life. If it is good, that's good. If it is not good, just forget about it. So listen with an open mind. I think it's Aristotle once said, it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. So just entertain. Consider this information with an open mind. Is that a fair request? I guess it's a fair request. So here's the one one of the reasons why people get stuck in life. The first one is lack of self-awareness. In other words, you don't know who you are. I repeat, lack of self-awareness. You don't know who you are, and you don't want to find out who you are. So that's one reason people get stuck in life. When you don't know who you are, you don't know your potentials. When you don't know who you are, you don't know your strengths. When you don't know who you are not sure of what you are capable of. And it's tough to make decisions that enable you to maximize your potential because you don't know your true potential. And this results in setting average goals. This results in living a life to the expectations of others. And even if you set a goal, you will set an average one, low one. Les Brown says very well, he says people fail in life not because they aim too high, but they aim too low and they hit. And many people do that. You know, I was talking in Maldives sometimes back, and at the end of the seminar, there was a gentleman of age around 35, and I asked him, what is his biggest dream in his life? What do you want to achieve in life? You know what he told me? He said, Masood, I want to get a push bike. People from Singapore, from Malaysia, and India, I'm sure you know what a push bike is. I don't know what's the cost down there, but in Maldives it's less than $100. And he said that's his biggest dream. So after the event, I met him personally. I said, Ali, are you sure that that's your biggest dream, that you want to have a push bike in your life? You know what he told me? He said, well, there are many things that I want in life, but I don't think I can get it. I don't think it's possible for me. That's why a push bike is something definitely I'll get it. That's why I am aiming for. So people, don't know what they are capable of. So that's the biggest mistake why people get stuck in life. I believe you have some basic goodness in you, which is the foundation for your success. And you have to tap into these potentials. You can achieve so much more, even if you have achieved so much in your life, regardless whether you have achieved so much in your life, there's still a lot you can achieve in life. What I want you to realize is don't confuse your current achievement with the potential that you have. You can achieve so much more. So that's the first thing that you get stuck in life, because you don't know who you are and you don't want to find out who you are. There are other reasons why people get stuck in life, because we have 25 minutes, so I can't share every concept, every ideas, but here are a few other things why people get stuck in life. These are some dysfunctional beliefs that you have. Beliefs that are not true. Beliefs that are false. But we believe them as true. And we don't question these beliefs, and we live our life according to them. I repeat. Now, there are some dysfunctional beliefs that we hold as true. These are false beliefs. These are not true. But you believe them as true. And you don't want to question them, and you live your life according to them. And I'll share with you some dysfunctional beliefs. When I say dysfunctional beliefs or beliefs that are not true, you know this in your life, that you have had some beliefs in the past. But at some point in time, you believe them as true. But later you realize with the information that you acquired, that these are not true. For example, there was a time people believed that the earth was flat, and now you know the earth is not flat. People believe lightning never strikes the same place twice. I think there are some people still who believe that lightning never strikes the same place twice, but you know that's not true. Lightning can and will strike the same place, not twice, not even thrice, even more. It will strike. There was a time people believed that a person cannot run a mile in less than 4 minutes. But now you know that it's not true. You can run a mile in less than 4 minutes. When Roger Bannister in 1954 ran a mile in less than 44 seconds, 4 minutes, people started believing. Prior to that, people thought that you can run a mile, in less than 4 forming it. Just because you have a belief, it doesn't make it true. You have to question them and challenge them. So here are some few things that you can challenge to get unstuck in life. I'm sure you're familiar with some of them. I'm not going to share, as I said at the very start, also everything, but few things that I think that are very important. Now here's the one. Here's one. Listen, be careful, be ready and take notes. I'm sure I heard this mentioned by one of the other speakers before also. It's too late. Are you familiar with this? It's too late. You're 20. It's too late. You're 25. Too late to do that. You're 35. Too late to do that. You're 40. Too late. Who said this? This is a crazy idea. Believe me. It's never too late to do anything that you want to do in your life. It's never too late to have another dream in your life. If somebody tells you, don't accept it. Don't believe it. It's a misconception that it's never too late. You are here. You are wherever you are. From where you are, you can always start having a new life, start having a new dream, and start working towards it. I'll give you a few examples. Now, I'm sure you're familiar with some of these names. Susan Boyle. Now, this lady appeared on British Got Talent and became a big success. And you know what? She was 48 years old. Susan Boyle. I think she became the runner-up in British Got Talent, but she's a big star now. And when she turned around her life, she was 48. It's never too late. Samuel Jackson, Hollywood famous actor, you know Samuel Jackson. You know what? He's a big success. He became a big success when he was 43 years old. And there's a guy called Harrison Ford, another Hollywood famous actor. He landed a role in Star Wars film when he was 35. So he became a success when he was 35. Colonel Sanders, you know him, the founder of KFC. He was 62 years old when he became a big success. Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motor Companies. You know what age he found Ford Motor Company? When he was 40 years old. So it's never too late. If somebody tells you it's too late, don't believe. Because of this misconception, because of this false belief, because of this dysfunctional belief, many people get stuck in a rut all their life. I'll give you my example. Now, I come from a very humble background, and I finished my secondary education, and then I started working. And I never turned back. I got married. I had children, but I have always been a big reader. I attend a lot of seminars. I read a lot of books, but I never studied further. But it was when I was 35 that I made a decision. The decision was that I want to do my master's. But now I am a married man. I am late in my late 30s. I have 2 kids. Too late? No. I did my diploma when I was 40 years old. And you can imagine when I did my master's, I was over 40 years old. It's never too late. Now you can't tell me that I don't have my master's. Never mind, I did it after I was 40 years. I'm sure there are participants here who would have completed their first degree and master's when they are in their 20s or early 30s at least. So it's never too late. The only time you are late is when you are dead. So if somebody tells you it's too late, don't believe. It's one of the dysfunctional beliefs that get you really stuck in your life. Now, this is another interesting one that people have. You know what happens is people tell you when you want to start a career, when you want to do something, be the best version of yourself. Now, I want you to listen to me carefully. I always believe whatever you do, you have to do at your best. So don't take me wrong. You have to do at your best. But when you are told be the best version of yourself when starting a career or when changing a career, what they are trying to tell you is you have to select something that you can really do your best. In other words, you are being told there's only one thing that you can do in your life. So you have to select that. So that creates a lot of stress and frustration because you don't know what is that thing that you can really do at your best. And this means that there's only one thing that you can do in life. Wrong concept. Believe me, you can do in your life more than one thing. Simultaneously or at different times of your life, you can do more than one thing. And be good at that. Give me example. Lisa is a good example. She's doing more than one thing even now as it is in her life. I'll give you a few other examples to impress your mind. You know Zinedine Zidane, the famous soccer player. You know, he was one of the best footballers we have ever seen in the world. But now he's a successful coach. Arnold Schwarzenegger, you know, when he was in 20s, he was a bodybuilder. When in 30s, he was a famous Hollywood actor. And later, in 2003, he became the governor of California. And you know The Rock, you know the guy, a Hollywood actor. Now, when he was young, he was a wrestler, a champion. And now he's a Hollywood actor. So that means that you can do more than one thing in your life, not just single thing. Maybe you can do simultaneously, maybe at different times of your life. So if somebody tells you select the best thing, it gets really frustrated. You get really stressed out because you don't know which one to select. So try something that you love and go ahead with your life. Now, in my life, I have done TV for 20 years and I stopped as a TV presenter, and now I'm doing this. While I'm doing this, I'm also a full-time customer service professional. So now, if you ask me the question, Masood, was your TV career the best or your speaking career the best? I will say it's a wrong question to ask me. When I was young, when I was doing TV work, that was the best career and I loved it and I enjoyed it. But now I love this, I enjoy this, and this is not what I want to do in my life. So this is the second dysfunctional belief. Now here's another interesting one. The third one. It's a question for you as well. Just think about this. Does your degree really determines your career path? How many people believe that your degree determines your career? But this is not the reality. In an ideal world, you spend around 4 years in university studying for a degree. Using your degree, you would find a related job and you go ahead with your life. That's the ideal world. But you know very well it doesn't happen in real life. Now you ask your friends and people you know whether I'm telling you the truth. Your degree doesn't determine your career. For example, in US, around 32% of college graduates said they had never worked in a field related to their major. And again, in the US, within 10 years of graduation, 80% people work outside their major. So what does that mean? What it means is your degree doesn't determine your career path. If you're happy, you do psychology and you are happy being a psychologist and you get a job and you get paid, fine, good, go ahead in your life. But just because you did psychology, and if you're not happy with being a psychologist, nothing stops you from changing your career. You can become if you want entertainer, you can become a speaker, you can become a manager or whatever. So so my point is not this. You study business and you can become a heart surgeon. It's not what I'm trying to say. But there are fields that you can always, divert if you're not happy with what you are doing. Just because you studied something, it doesn't mean that you got to be stuck there if you're not happy with what you are doing. You can always change. You are not a tree. So these are 3 dysfunctional beliefs that I want to share with you that really makes you stuck in your life, that you have to really consider with an open mind, see whether it have a positive impact in your life. There are a few other things that I want to share. I think I got 25 minutes and 10 minutes is left. if you want to change your life and if you get really stuck in your life, here's another thing that you have to really consider. Now, many people say an average person has around 60 to 70,000 thoughts a day. According to National Science Foundation, a average person has around about 12,000 to 60,000 thoughts per day. And out of which, interestingly, 90%, 95% are repetitive. Means what you thought yesterday, you are thinking even today. So you can imagine what I'm trying to say. Now, 95% are repetitive and 80% are negative. So you can imagine how your life will be. If you keep thinking the same thing over and over again, what will happen to your life? Now, if you have same thoughts, you will make same choices. If you make same choices, you will take same actions. If you take same actions, you will create same results and experience. And the same experience means you will feel the same, period. I repeat, if you have same thoughts, you'll make same choices. If you make same choices, you'll take same actions. If you take same actions, you create the same results and experience. And the same results and experience means you will feel the same experience. Your life is not going to change. Now, if you want to change, you have to start thinking how you are thinking now and change your thinking. There's no other way. I repeat, if you want to change your life, if you want to get unstuck in life, you have to start thinking what you are thinking now and change your thinking. You know, psychologists will tell you, because you have been repeating this over and over again, by mid-30s, your behavior is automatic. 95% what you do is automatic. You even don't know that you are doing it. You have the same thoughts, you have the same feelings, you have the same beliefs, you have the same perception, you have the same actions, and everything is memorized. You don't know even you are doing. So if you want to change, you have to start thinking what you are thinking and change what you are thinking. And to do that, goal setting becomes very important. Because when you wake up in the early morning, there should be something that you want to achieve in your life, a goal, a vision, a dream, which has not materialized now. Now, if you don't have this, what happens is you start thinking from the past, what you have memorized, and you keep, repeating the same thing over and over again. So that's why goal setting becomes so important. So when you have a goal, when you have a dream, when you have a vision of a future, when you wake up early in the morning, you start thinking about that dream, that goal, that vision, which is not there as it is. You can't feel it, you can't touch it, you can't see it, but it's there in your mind. And if you keep repeating that in your mind, in your thoughts, in your thinking, you can literally change your brain. That's what neuroscience tells us. By thinking alone, you can really change your brain. And when the situation comes, you are ready to grasp it. You are ready to take actions. There's another interesting thing that happens in your life when you start, when you have a clear goal in your life. Because what happens is when you set a goal in your life, when you set a goal and when you commit to it, what happens is your brain takes a new identity. You have a new identity in your mind, but the new identity doesn't match with the reality. So there's a dissatisfaction in your mind. There's tension in your mind. It's like, when you are hungry, you won't eat. When you are thirsty, you want to have a sip of water. The same way, when you set a goal, you have a different identity, and when it doesn't match with the reality, there's tension. The only way the brain can reduce this tension is by working hard towards achieving your goal. So this is basically what I want to cover today. And the goal setting, I'm planning a goal setting workshop through Spendless Academy in December. This is a 3-hour workshop. If anybody is interested, you can join the workshop that will be announced shortly, I guess, by Spendless Academy.